So these costumes are quite old.
This one was just a Halloween costume.
I guess I have a hoarder tendency, and that was the one thing that I didn't adapt to in being a New Yorker, to get rid of things as quickly as your small apartment allows. I'm originally from Winnipeg, Canada. The winters are quite cold and last for almost half the year. It's hard to get together to socialize because there's this barrier of weather that kind of keeps you isolated. I used to color a lot as a kid. I would draw a lot of universal monsters, any of those characters like the Wolfman and Dracula. And then kind of created my own world to have something to do. The thing with living in Winnipeg is, especially in the winter, the horizon and the land just they just dissolved into each other. So you would see this almost like a blank page. And if someone would walk into it, it would just look like a blank piece of paper with a figure. And so I think that really subconsciously influenced my style. When I was in art school, I was still living at my parents' place, and I did have quite a bit of larger works on board from my grandfather's farm. He took apart a barn, and I used a lot of the panels from that and painted on it with house paint. And there was a house fire. I basically lost all of my work from the past and most of my possessions. So I started drawing on hotel stationery, and that ended up being my thesis. Those were kind of the works that I started to get known for, this kind of isolated background with just a few figures. After the house fire, there was this real feeling of loss, but on the other hand, there was also this possibility, and in some ways also made it easier to move to New York. I used to have more of a kind of a red and brown palette. I'm definitely going through a blue period. I did some political work in the Bush years during the Iraq War and Trump years. I kind of felt like to go to sleep I needed this exorcism of the news media that I had taken in that day, and so I needed to get it out. So I included the Dada image because they had the disgust of World War I, and so I thought it was good timing for the disgust of what's going on right now in our political age. Maybe it's gotten me in a bit of a downward spiral. After the Sandy Hook shooting, I stopped drawing guns, and then once Trump got in, I felt like it, as some sort of resistance symbol, I kind of brought it back. The revolution is going to be female. I can switch it up. When I moved to New York, I found the work getting much more claustrophobic, and I wanted to put some sort of order to it. I found these old dance magazines and realized I should put them in dance positions. That's how I kind of put some organization to the chaos of this claustrophobia. I even turned a lot of the creatures into costumes for humans. I thought of it more as a stage from that point. More of a dance element and kind of almost like a Broadway show. There's been kind of like a few artists that I like to reference in my work quite a bit. So there's like Duchamp, Goya, William Blake, Picabia, definitely my heroes. Picabia had done this ballet where there's this polka dotted character that really inspired me to move into more of a polka dotted direction. I did this just after the school shooting in Florida. Emma Gonzalez did this really powerful speech, and Fox News was trying to bring her down with some sort of criticism. And so I drew this kind of group of conspiracy theory people and circus surrounding this young lady. I start quite late in the studio. The more interesting ideas come out of my work in that witching hour. I feel that's where that world is kind of set, that I've kind of created. There's more of a flow, so I kind of have this one foot in the subconscious and one in reality. I try not to censor myself, so I just let whatever at the top of my head kind of comes out. Butterflies have come into the work, and moths and different insects. I always keep it open to whatever the mood is. There's this possibility of kind of anything can happen.